Fola has always been a lover girl, and when she loves to a fault. But what happened next will blow your waters away. So Fola and Jide met in their final year in school. At a party, Fola had just been heartbroken, which got her messed up, and somehow she was still hung up on her ex. Who wouldn't? The guy just up and left without any explanation. Some guys, sha. Jide, on the other hand, has been single for a long time, but Jide was loving, caring, honest, and loyal, also to a fault. At the party, Jide wasn't impressed by the ladies he met there. He had been there for an hour and throughout has been pressing his phone, but as soon as Fola walked past him, his attention was caught immediately. He raised his head to check out the goddess in human form that just walked past him. Fola was putting on a red short gown with a little slit at the hip side. The gown outlined her cook-like curves. She was wearing a 30 inches Brazilian frontal installation that made her forehead shiny and her beautiful round face more beautiful. For Jide, it was love at first sight. He was ready to do anything and everything for this goddess. He then approached her and introduced himself. They exchanged contacts, and after some time, as a gentleman, he asked her out on a date. They went on a couple of dates, of which she ended up falling for him too. Fola, being insecure from her first and only breakup, she opted for a way she could hold Jide down to avoid what happened in her previous relationship. She already fell for him. She wasn't ready for any story that touches. Story that touches hits different when it happens again. Then a friend referred her to a native doctor, explaining to her that the man doesn't have any powers, that she should take Jide there to keep him in line, and if he wasn't ready to do that with her, she should know he wasn't for her and move on. Honestly, no be every friend man they take advice from. She made Jide take a blood oath. When Fola brought up the idea, Jide immediately accepted, being a loyal lover that he was and knowing she was his last bus stop. That was where everything went sideways. But wait, we'll get back to that later. It was all rosy after that. Jide took good care of Fola and showered her with love she has never experienced in her lifetime. After school and service, they went on to travel the world. Jide didn't for once looked outside or cheated. Same goes to Fola. She bounced guys handsome, richer, classier than Jide, to mention but a few. She turned them all down because the love she was getting from her man was enough for her. They were not married yet, but had been in a relationship for 4 years. Jide was planning a surprise date at which he was going to pop the question. But some weeks before the set date he planned to propose, his contract was approved. He would be traveling abroad and was going to spend at least a month or even more over there. He wanted to take his love with him and propose over there, but then she had exhausted her leave and had to stay back to work. It pained him. He was living without her, but then nothing could be done. After leaving, they literally spoke every single hour despite their time differences. She was always happy to hear his voice. She tried taking leave from her workplace, but it was declined. Weeks after, Jide was flooded with work and could barely call twice a day. Fola was lonely and missing him so much. At some point, they hardly talk. She won't hear from him in days. You know how the devil knows the perfect time to strike? The inevitable happened. A blast from the past. The devil sent the forbidden apple, as if the devil was waiting for Jide to leave Nigeria so there can be a Gary to pour sand in. Oh my, this life. Dayo, who was her first love, her so-called ex, that has been MIA for almost 6 years from nowhere, chatted her out of the blue. Isn't that funny? As if he was waiting for her to be lonely, alone and vulnerable. He introduced himself as, "It's Dayo, your love." She was pissed at his guts and blocked him